Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be learning how to join a lovely, beautiful circular dress. Keep watching and let's get started. First thing first, we'll be prepping our strap. If you have a loop turner, then you could decide to make your strap measurement 1.5, then you just fold it and sew just once. But for this particular video, I'll be using 2.5 for my strap because I love sewing this particular strap or this dress on the outside. So I'll fold once and I'm going to fold twice, then I will start sewing. Just watch what I'm doing. Fold once, I'm going to fold the other side, then I'll start sewing. Sorry, my machine was giving me issues here, but fold once and I'll just start sewing. This way it gives the strap a bit of weight so it doesn't easily pull or rip off. But you could do it the other way. Sew on the wrong side and then you will turn it inside out. I'm going to repeat same thing on the other strap. Fold twice, fold once, and fold twice, and I'll just cover it. Then I'll just sew on the outside. Please, if you're using this particular method, make sure that your stitches are very neat on the outside. I'll keep sewing. My machine, it was really giving me issues here, so I had to repair it myself after I was done with the strap. So I'll just keep sewing till I get to like the bottom end of the strap, carefully, patiently. So the next step is first trim out any excess thread, and then I'll introduce the main bodice of my dress. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just attaching the strap to like the pointy part of my dress around the neckline. Then I would introduce my facing. Just carefully watch what I'm doing. Carefully pin your strap to like the main bodice at the facing of the dress, then you sew. So I never knew my camera was not recording. So right here I was done sewing this particular side and I'm just notching it and trimming off the excesses. But I'll be repeating the same thing on the other side, so please bear with me till we get there. I'm just notching the already sewn part. Now I'm trimming off my excess. I'm trying to show you what I have done so far. So right there I'm introducing like the second part of the dress. Please watch what I'm doing closely. So I'm facing the right side of the dress, facing the main side of the first dress. So I know it sounds confusing. So the right side facing right side, and I'm going to pin the strap this way. Please just carefully sit down and watch this video. It is beginners friendly if you take your time to watch it. So I'm carefully pinning my strap to the other side of the dress, and then I would introduce my facing again. It's more like a sandwich method. I call this sandwiching method. So the strap is in between the main bodice and the facing of the dress. So I'm carefully just pinning as I go. Please always pin your fabric or whatever it is you're attaching. So I'm going to start sewing from the armhole points, then from one end back to the other end. Please just carefully watch what I'm doing. I'm sewing all the way through from one end to the other end of the fabric, just the neckline area. So apparently I'm sewing from the armhole, then connecting it back to the neckline, then back to the other side of the armhole, then to the end. I'm done sewing the neckline area, the next step is for us to notch our armhole points, our neckline, then the excesses. We need to trim off the excesses so you have a neat and straightened neckline. So I am also carefully pinning because currently we don't have light where I am, so I'm carefully pinning so it doesn't move. So I keep notching the neckline so I have a more relaxed neckline area and armhole area. After properly pinning our neckline area, this is what we have. So now the next step is for us to introduce our pocket. So we'll be attaching our pocket right side facing the right side of our main fabric on that notched part we did earlier while we were cutting, and then we'll just sew it all the way down. After sewing our pocket to the main dress, then the next step is for us to top stitch our seam allowances to facing towards the pockets. Please carefully watch what I'm doing. I was trying to get the second point of the notched dress. Now that I found it, so I'll be attaching the pocket to the other side of the dress. So I'll attach it, then I'll sew it all the way down. Repeat same thing. Open up and then I will top stitch facing towards the pocket area. We trim out our excess threads, and this is what we have. So I'm about to show you two ways of attaching your seam allowances or joining your dress. First off, you match up like the seam allowance around the facing area and then you pin. Apparently just pin this way. Can we just watch what I'm doing? So I'm pinning the seams and properly, then I'm matching up the pockets, both the front and the back. So mashing it up carefully. Watch what I'm doing. So mashing it up, then I'll pin it down and I'll repeat the same thing. So I'm trying to show you two ways of joining the sides. Whichever way you choose, it will give you the same results at the end of the day. So I'm pinning the end of the other pocket to carefully. Please always work with your pin. It's not easy so your fabric does not move. Always work with your pins. So I'm going to start sewing from the facing. Excuse me. I'm going to start sewing from the facing, then all the way down. Just watch what I'm doing. As I go, I will keep adjusting my fabric properly. So I'm working with both hands. So I'm adjusting my fabric and I'll turn my sewing machine this way, lift the lever, then turn it this way, and sew your pocket down too. Remember I said I'll be showing two ways of joining your side seam. So this is like the first method, and I'll be showing the next method using the other side seam. So I'm just pinning the down part so that, because Ankara, and most times when we're sewing, it has this tendency of being longer than the other after you're done cutting. So this time around, once you pin them, you end up having same amount of fabric at the end of the day. So I'll sew my seam all the way down, then I'll cut off excess thread. Take out my pins, and I'll show you what we have. This is what we have: a relaxed facing, and it's covered. So the next one, for this particular method, so I'm just going to pick the other facing, now push it to the other side. Please watch what I did here. So I'm picking the other facing and pushing it all at once to one side. So I can decide to pick the front facing and push it to the back facing. I can decide to pick the back facing and push it to the front facing. I know it sounds gibberish, but once you carefully watch this video, you would understand what I'm trying to do here. So after pinning, I'll then start sewing on 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to sew this way. When I get to my pocket side, I'll sew a bit down to 1/2 inch, and I'll lift up my lever, then I would continue. This time around, I'm not sewing my pocket all through this. Now, then I'm going to continue the other way, starting from the other end of the pocket. Then I would just keep going this way. Please always work with your pin, like I said earlier. Then I'll sew. When I get to the other end of the pocket, I'll lift up my lever. Lift up my lever for ease movement of my fabric. I'm trimming out excess thread, and then I'll sew all the way down. And I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end of the day. It's going to give the same results at the end of the day. Same results, guys. Trim out excess thread and also trim out any bulky fabric. This is what we have for this at the end of the day. But I most prefer working with the first step. I prefer working the first step, but I just thought to show us two methods on how to join our side seam and side facing. So if there is light into place, please make sure to weave your facing and also make use of your iron, please. So like I said there was no light. This is why I could not even work properly. And the last step is for us to just hem our dress. So you would fold once, fold twice, or if you have a weaving machine, you just weave it all the way around, and then you just fold it once and then hem. Sorry I had to hem the dress off camera. I don't want this video to be too long, so I was done hemming the dress, and I'm just showing us here my pockets are fixed properly. And the next thing is make sure to weave your facing, then press out, introduce your hemming gum around the neckline. If this video has been helpful so far, please make sure to like, share, comment, and then subscribe to my channel. Till next time, guys, bye. And please, for every time I say wash carefully, please make sure to do that. Love you guys. Bye. See you in the next one.